remind you that we are learning the unit 1 of distribution theory. Okay, we are learning the unit 1 of distribution theory. Now in this, up till now, what we have learned, first of all, what we have learned? So in first lecture we have learned the distribution function and its properties. Hello. So in the first lecture we have learned the distribution function and its properties. In the second lecture we have learned what? The theorem of countable discontinuities. Then also we have seen the Jordan decomposition theorem. Yes, and problems based on that. Okay, so up till now we have learned these three topics, that distribution function and its properties, theorem of countable discontinuities, then Jordan decomposition theorem and problems based on it. Up till now we have learned this. Now further we have to learn, four topics. First of all, yes, the quantile function, then we also have to learn the empirical distribution function. Okay, also we have to learn the functions of random variable. Okay, functions of random variables, and then we have to learn the generating functions. Okay, generating functions. In generating functions we have two generating functions. Which are they? Three. MGF, then
CGF,
CGF,
PGF,
and then also PGF. Okay, and that characteristic function is also characteristic function, that is also that is not included in the syllabus, that we have learned in the previous semester, I guess. Okay, so these four topics we have to cover, out of which these two we will cover in today's lecture completely. Then we will try to cover this third topic also completely. Yes, it is functions of random variables. It is little bit vast topic. That means it has two approaches. One is distribution function approach and another is probability density function approach. Yes, so density function approach is also there and distribution function approach is also there. So we will try to cover distribution function approach in today's lecture. Okay, density function approach we may see in the next lecture. So now, yes, so up till now whatever we have learned in the distribution theory, do you have any problem with that?
no.
No. So we have practiced the problems on Jordan decomposition theorem. So and also ma'am have given the homework. Hello, for and that are the problem based on this theorem. Okay. So and we are good at doing that. Yes, I have been observed some people, they are good at doing this. Okay, so therefore keep the same spirit and do that things. Keep doing that things. Okay, so whatever homework problems ma'am have given, that are also homework problem from my side also. Yes, so you have to solve those and give me them for correction.
हॅलो.
Okay. Yes.
हा, त्याच्यामध्ये तो 6 प्रॉब्लेम दिलाय तो अर्धाच दिलाय का मॅमने?
Sixth problem I have not seen yet, but I will see and then let you know.
ओके.
Okay, fine. Let me check. Wait for a second. Huh? Fifth, sixth. F of x.
केची व्हॅल्यू काढायला लागेल ना त्याच्यात?
Which problem you are saying? Because there are only 4 problems I have seen. On page number 1 and 2 is blank.
एफ ऑफ एक्स इज इक्वल्स टू 0, एक्स इज लेस दॅन -1, के आणि सेकंड वाला के इंटू एक्स प्लस 2 -1 टू एक्स टू 1.
मी कोणती तरी वेगळी फाईल बघतोय वाटतं. असो, तुम्हाला नंतर लेक्चर झाल्यावर तो प्रॉब्लेम सेंड कर, मग मी सांगतो त्याच्यात काही इनकम्प्लीट असेल तर. ओके, सो नाव वी विल स्टार्ट विथ द क्वांटाईल फंक्शन्स. ओके, क्वांटाईल फंक्शन आपल्यासाठी नवीन नाही आहेत, आपण ऑलरेडी शिकलेलो आहे टीवाय मध्ये. ओके, स्टील वी विल लर्न देम अगेन. ओके, so by first of all we will see what is definition of quantile function. Okay, so let us say x is a random variable on measurable space omega script a and p. This is what, sorry, measure space, probability space. So x is a random variable on probability space omega script a and p. Okay, and let capital Fx be what? Be distribution function. Okay, distribution function of random variable x. Okay, now QP be the pth quantile of random variable x. QP be the pth quantile of random variable x such that probability of omega such that x of omega less than equal to QP will be equal to what? P. Yes, so this is the definition of quantile function. So now what is this? Let me explain you through the graph. Okay, now see. Okay, So this is my graph. This is point 0 and this is point 1. Okay. Now if you can see, my function has been started. मी सिम्प्लिसिटीसाठी कंटिन्युअस फंक्शनच घेतोय हा का. इट कॅन बी एनी फंक्शन, डिस्क्रीट और कंटिन्युअस एनी. Okay. Now, is it a distribution function? Hello. This function, is this function a distribution function? Hello. By observing this function, what are the properties of distribution function?
Non-decreasing.
Yes.
Yes. So it is a non-decreasing function. Again, it is continuous. That means it is right continuous. But obvious. If you can observe, this is what 1. Yes. At infinity, f of infinity will be 1. And if you can observe, this is 0. At minus infinity, f is how much? 0. Understood? So
Yes.
f of minus infinity is 0 and f of infinity is 1. So all the properties are satisfied by distribution function. Yes? Getting it? Hello. Now, if you can see, now let us say कि my probability is P. Okay? So P will lie on which axis, X or Y? P will denote which axis? Smithal? P is a probability. So P will denote which axis?
Xच असेल ना.
Yes, you are correct. Absolutely correct. So P will denote, sorry, what you said,
Y,
X
no?
axis. Yes, Y. See, what is P? P is nothing but probability. Yes. So probability, on which axis we are defining probability? On the y-axis we are defining probability. Yes, probability lies between 0 to 1. On y-axis we are scaling it from 0 to 1. Understood? Hello?
Yes.
Yes. So P is what? Probability. Okay. And QP is what? QP is quantile. Okay, QP is quantile under which probability is P. Okay, so QP means it is a such quantile under which means below which below that value the random variable x has probability P. Yes, from minus infinity to QP, if we take the probability from lower limit of random variable to Q up to QP, then that probability is equal to P. Yes, such value is QP. So now P will be represented on y-axis. So let us say my P is this. My P is this. So now I map this P to the function. To what? To this distribution function. So now whatever its corresponding x ordinate, it is going to be QP. Are you getting this? So now this point will represent what? So it will represent x ordinate is what? QP, and y ordinate is what? P. Understood? Hello? Understood this thing? Everyone?
Yes.
Hello? Yes. So now if you can observe, let us say I want to find the median. Okay. So I want to find the median. That means under the median, how much should be the probability? Hello? From lower limit of random variable to the median. Median covers how much of the part?
Half.
Half of the part of distribution. Yes. So then for median, if I am considering my point as median, so I want to find the median. So for median, P is how much? So P is 0.5. Okay. So then P is 0.5. So let us say 0.5 is over here. Okay. So then corresponding value, whatever its corresponding value to the x-axis, okay, so it is going to be my median. Are you understanding this? Hello?
Yes, yes.
Yes. So this is how we are dealing with the quantile function. So then by definition, what is given? That QP is a quantile with underlying probability. How much? With underlying probability P. So QP is defined, QP is what? So QP is called as what? Quantile. Quantile. It is just a quantile. Huh? So quantile with underlying probability how much? Underlying probability P. So some of the people say it as Pth quantile. Okay. But it is not actually Pth quantile. Okay. Because this P lies between 0 to 1. Na? So how we can say that 0.5th quantile? It is not like that. Understood? Hello? So what is it? What is it? So quantile with underlying probability P. Okay. Yes. So then, then what will happen? So if QP is quantile with underlying probability P, then see, from minus infinity to QP, probability from minus infinity to QP is how much? Hello. So probability of random variable X from minus infinity to QP is nothing but probability of X less than equal to QP. It is nothing but F of QP, yes, is equal to P. Okay. Hello. Yes. Understood? So for solving quantile function, what we do? So we solve this F of QP is equal to P directly. So if my F is continuous, okay, if my F is continuous function, then I can directly say that QP is equal to F inverse of P. Okay. But if my F is discrete, okay, then I cannot say this directly. Okay. So then for that I have to solve F of QP is equal to P. I have to solve this equation. Are you getting this? Hello? Yes? Hello?
Yes.
Yes or not much clear? Hello? What is the problem?
Yes, yes.
Yes. Okay, fine. So let us discuss some problems based on this so that you will get idea how to find the quantiles. Okay. Okay. So let us say my first example is, let us say X follows exponential with mean lambda. Or I should say exponential with parameter lambda. Okay. So can anyone tell me what would be the median?
log 2.
What is Nehal? Are you sure about that? Only log 2 would be the answer, or 1 by lambda log 2 would be the answer?
1 by lambda log 2.
Yes. Okay. So see, let us see. Okay. What would be the answer? Okay. So see how to approach this problem. Okay. So what we have? So we have to find what? Median. Okay. We have to find the median. Median means what? Q1 by 2. Okay. For median, P is how much? Hello. So for median, P is equal to 1 by 2. So finding median means finding what? QP, that is Q1 by 2. Am I correct? Hello? Yes. Now if you can see, hello, yes. So x follows exponential with parameter lambda. Okay. So is it a continuous distribution? Hello?
Yes.
Yes. So it is a continuous distribution. So I can say that f of QP is f inverse of P. Sorry, QP is equal to f inverse of P. So we can directly solve this. Okay. So let us let us start solving this equation. Na? We have to solve only this one equation. Okay, हे equation solve करायचे. So then what to do for that? So first of all, let us write PDF. So it is nothing but lambda e raised to minus lambda x. Okay, for x greater than equal to 0 and 0 otherwise. Okay, then distribution function is what? So f of x is equal to 1 minus e raised to minus lambda x for x greater than equal to 0. Yes, this is my distribution function. So now what is my aim? I have to find the median. So then f of QP, or I can say f of QP is equal to P. So I can say f of median, okay, is equal to what? 1 by 2. Am I correct? Hello.
Yes.
Yes. So now from here, what I can write? 1 minus e raised to minus lambda m, because it is f of m. F of x, it is 1 minus e raised to minus lambda x. So for median, it is 1 minus e raised to minus lambda m is equal to what? 1 by 2. So from here you can get minus e raised to minus lambda m is equal to what?
Half. नाही, e raised to minus lambda is equal to minus half. म्हणजे मायनस येते.
हा एकच साइन पाठवला तर मायनस होईल. ओके.
हो.
Wait for a second. Minus half. So it will be e raised to minus lambda m is equal to half. Again, to solve this, I will take log. So then I will say minus lambda m is equal to log 1 by 2. So that is ln 1 by 2. And ln 1 by 2 means minus lambda m is equal to minus ln 2. Yes, because you know that ln 1 by 2 means ln 1 minus ln 2.
ln 1 is 0.
ln 1 is 0. Yes, ln 1 is 0. We know. Yes. So now m is what? Then minus minus sign get cancels and 1 by n, 1 by lambda ln 2. So this is how we got median. Yes. So now for any other quantile, we would have solve in the same way. So can you find Q1 and Q3? So for Q1, what you have to do? just simply here you have to write down
1/4.
q by 4. Yes. So that would not be much more different. For let us solve for q1. q1 साठी मी सॉल्व करतो, q3 साठी तुम्ही सॉल्व करा, q4 नाही q3. yes, q3 साठी तुम्ही सॉल्व करा. So what I will say, yes,
माइनस लैम्डा m इक्वल टू माइनस ln2 कैसे आया? लॉग हाफ था ना?
log half था ना, तो वही मैं बोला log half is there, so it is nothing but log 1 minus log 2. Am I correct?
यस यस ओके.
And log, और else और एक भी चीज कर सकते हैं हम, log 1/2 मीन्स log 2 raised to minus 1, और इसको हम ऐसे लिख सकते हैं minus ln2 minus 1 into log 2. yes, कैसे भी करो आंसर तो सेम आएगा. yes, so now for q1, okay, we are solving for q1. so for q1, okay, for q1 p is how much? 1/4. so then f of q1 is how much? 1/4. so 1 minus e raised to q1 lambda is how much? 1/4. so e raised to minus lambda q1 is 3/4. yes, so minus lambda q1 would be ln 3/4. so then q1 would be ln 4/3.
Yes.
q1 will be ln
1 by lambda times
1 by lambda times ln 4/3. yes, so in general also we can find in us that qp is 1 by lambda times ln 1/p.
yes.
ये फाइंड करके दिखाओ मुझे. हाँ, प्रूव दिस, इसका प्रूफ मुझे चाहिए ये होमवर्क के लिए. प्रूव दैट qp is equal to 1 by lambda ln 1/p for what? exponential with parameter lambda. yes, क्या तुम लोग ये कर पाओगे? हेलो,
We will try.
हाँ, yes. okay, fine. So shall we discuss another one problem? Hello.
Yes.
yes, so let us say second, x is a normal distribution with 0 comma sigma square. This is my distribution. okay, so then find quantile function. find quantile function. so quantile function means in general हमें qp find करना है. yes, okay, so can anyone give me hint for this, how to approach?
We
Yogita?
can first of all find distribution function of this particular distribution.
okay, okay, so this is what x is a, hello, x is a normal distribution with 0 comma sigma square. okay, so याचा डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन फंक्शन आपल्याला माहित आहे का? नाही. so for that what we will do, see what we know, f of qp is what? hello, p. this we know. am I correct, Snehal?
Yes.
hello,
Yes.
yes. now Yogita, Yogesh, Santoshi, Prashant, please pay attention. now from here what is f of qp? isn't that probability of x less than equal to qp? this is nothing but f of qp. am I correct, Prashant? hello, hello,
Yes.
yes. just a definition of distribution function na? so which is equal to, hello, which is equal to p. so now Shama, turn on your mic. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Let us say x follows normal with 2,4. Okay. And you have to find probability of x less than equal to 4. So what you will do?
इंटीग्रेशन करेंगे ना रेंज 2 to 4.
Okay. Any other approach?
X minus mu upon sigma.
Exactly. Yes. So for this we will do convert this into standard normal. Am I correct? क्या ये एक अप्रोच हो सकता है? हेलो, यूजुअली हम वही करते हैं. So what is this? Probability of z less than equal to what? 4 minus 2, 2. 2 by 2 is 1. So probability of z less than 1. So that is nothing but phi of 1. क्या हम ऐसा करते हैं कभी? हेलो?
Yes.
Yes. तो यहाँ पे हम वो कर सकते हैं.
हाँ.
Why? Because x is a normal variate ना. So इसको हम स्टैंडर्ड नॉर्मल में कन्वर्ट करेंगे. तो how we can do that? So x minus 0 upon sigma is less than equal to qp minus 0 upon sigma, which is equal to p. Yes. So now what is this? So this is nothing but z less than equal to qp by sigma, which is nothing but equal to p. So what is this z less than equal to? See, probability of z less than equal to something, what I should say, let us say z less than equal to delta. So this is nothing but phi of delta. Am I correct? So this is nothing but phi of qp by sigma is equal to p. So then qp by sigma is equal to how much?
Phi inverse of P.
Phi inverse of p. So qp would be what? Sigma phi inverse of p. क्या सबको समझा? हेलो, हेलो.
Yes.
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 Yes. So now homework part is for you is स्क्रीनशॉट घे ग स्नेहला, आधीच्या होमवर्कचा पण आणि आत्ताच्या पण. फाइंड QP.
थोडी स्क्रीन वर करतोस का? एकच मिनिट.
हा हा. फाइंड QP फॉर नॉर्मल म्यू कॉमा सिग्मा स्क्वेअर. म्यू कॉमा सिग्मा स्क्वेअर साठी QP फाइंड करा. वेट, हा डॉक्यूमेंट इज बीन सेव्ड. म्यू कॉमा सिग्मा स्क्वेयर. सो क्या सबको समझा क्वांटाइल फंक्शन कैसे निकालने का? इसका एक स्क्रीनशॉट ले लो. यस. देन इसका भी एक स्क्रीनशॉट ले लो.
राज ते 1/p नाही येत आहे, 1/1 - p येत आहे लॉग मधली टर्म.
नाही, मग येते मला. ln of 1 minus p म्हणजे ln of 1 minus ln of p. ln of 1 0 आहे.
नाही, ln of 1 - p is not ln of 1 minus ln of p. It is not additive property. You
Okay.
cannot add them.
Now ln of 1 minus p can also be written as ln of 1 minus ln of p ना.
नाही, आपण लिहितो का log a plus log b, log a plus b ला? नाही लिहित ना.
लॉग ए बाय बी ला लिहितो आपण. लॉग
a by b, हा a by b ला लिहितो, पण a minus b, log a minus b is not log a minus log b.
ना तसं नाही लिहत आपण. पण तुला काय येते? ठीक आहे, आपण सॉल्व्ह करायचं का हे इन जनरल? ओके. सो व्हॉट वॉज अवर डिस्ट्रीब्युशन फंक्शन? एफ ऑफ एक्स वॉज 1 minus e raised to minus lambda x. असाच होता. येस.
हो.
सो एफ ऑफ QP is equal to p. Am I correct?
Yes.
Yes, 1 minus p येत असेल, I guess. Yes, you are correct, Snell. E raised to minus lambda x, sorry, lambda QP. I should say lambda QP is equal to what? P. So now this will go that side, 1 minus p into e raised to minus lambda QP. Okay. So then it would be minus lambda of QP is ln 1 minus p. So then QP is equal to 1 upon minus 1 upon lambda ln 1 minus p. So this would be QP is equal to 1 by lambda ln 1/1 minus p. Yes, Snell, you are correct. Okay, fine. सी आपण हा वाला पार्ट तर होमवर्कचा इथेच करून टाकला, सो नो प्रॉब्लेम विथ दॅट. ओके, म्हणजे मग आता तुम्हाला एक्सपोनेन्शियलचा कोणताही क्वांटाईल विचारला तर फक्त पीच्या जागी ती व्हॅल्यू टाकून तुम्ही करू शकता. यस, सो असंच आणखी कोणत्या डिस्ट्रीब्युशनच्या बाबतीत करता येईल का तुम्हाला? यस, सो ते आपण होमवर्कला घेऊया. विचार करा. नॉर्मल, एक्सपोनेन्शियल, अजून कंटिन्युअस डिस्ट्रीब्युशन सांगा कोणता तरी एखादा.
आम्हाला कॅपिटल एफ ऑफ एक्स असतो का, म्हणजे असेलच?
हा, गामाला असतो.
युनिफॉर्म घेऊया ना, कंटिन्युअस युनिफॉर्म.
हा, युनिफॉर्म. ओके, सो युनिफॉर्म विथ व्हॉट? 0. युनिफॉर्म 0, लेट अस से 1 घेऊया. येस, हा एक घेऊया. आणि युनिफॉर्म 1,1 घ्या. युनिफॉर्म -1,1. येस, सो हे तीन ट्राय करूया हा होमवर्क साठी. येस, सो क्वांटाईल फंक्शन सबको क्लिअर आहे? हॅलो.
येस.
आणि डिस्क्रीट साठी कसं करता येईल हे? ओके, सो डिस्क्रीट साठी डिस्क्रीटचं एक एक्झाम्पल घेऊया. पॉइझन घेऊया. ओके, लेट अस से पॉइझन.
अशा टाईपचे क्वेश्चन कुठल्या बुकमध्ये सापडतील?
अशा टाईपचे FMS मध्ये आय गेस, मी तरी हा FMS मध्ये आहेत, पण एवढे काही जास्त नाहीयेत. पॉइझन विथ पॅरामीटर लॅम्बडा, सो e⁻ लॅम्बडा λ⁻x फॅक्टोरियल. ओके, पण ह्याचं डिस्ट्रीब्युशन फंक्शन कसं लिहायचा? f of x is 0 for x less than 0. Okay, it is what? e⁻λ λ⁻x factorial, or I should say λ⁻t factorial, where t goes from 0 to up to x. Okay, not x, integer part of x. Yes, integer part of x.
डिस्क्रीटच आहे ना ते?
Where x is greater than infinity.
डिस्क्रीट आपण पॉइझन पॉइंट व्हॅल्यू घेऊ शकतो.
हा, पॉइझन. हा, येस, डिस्क्रीट आहे, पण आपण डिस्ट्रीब्युशन फंक्शन डिफाईन करताना कसं डिफाईन करतोय स्नेहल? आपण x ग्रेटर दॅन इक्वल टू 0 अशा टाइप मध्ये, म्हणजे कळतंय का? आपण डिस्ट्रीब्युशन फंक्शन डिफाईन करताना एंटायर रिअल लाईन कन्सिडर करत असतो आपण. कळतंय का? आता बघ, f ऑफ x तू कधी कधी असा डिफाईन केला असेल बघ, 0 फॉर x लेस दॅन 0. ओके, देन इट इज 1/2 फॉर बिटवीन 0 to 1. Then again it is 1/3 for 1 to 2, and it is 1 for x greater than 2. So if you can observe, the entire real line is covered in this range. Okay, x less than 0 means -infinity to 0, and x greater than 2 means 2 to infinity. So we are defining this distribution function for continuous all real values. Yes, so again this is the distribution function of Poisson distribution for all real values. Yes, so what is this? This is f of x. So now we have to solve f of qp is equal to what? P. Am I correct, Snehal? Hello?
Yes.
Yes. So now what that would be? So that would be C. F of x is what? So it is e raised to minus lambda. T starts from 0 to up to what? Integer part of qp. Lambda raised to t upon t factorial is equal to what? P. Okay. So how we can solve this qp? Yes. So e raised to minus lambda into c. हे खूप हार्ड आहे सॉल्व करणं. येस, इथून पुढचे कॅल्क्युलेशन
असं कधी सॉल्व नाही केलं ना, म्हणजे डिस्क्रीट
कारण
साठी.
हा डिस्क्रीट साठी नाही केलंय आपण. येस, पण मॅन्युअली आपण ह्या ज्या व्हॅल्यूज आहेत ना, म्हणजे जर लॅम्बडाच्या आपल्याकडे रिअल व्हॅल्यूज असतील, ओके, सो ह्या आपण एक्स आणि एफ ऑफ एक्स हा प्लॉट करू शकतो. म्हणजे कळतंय का तुला? एक्स आणि एफ ऑफ एक्स प्लॉट करू शकतो आणि मग नियर अबाउट सिमिलर व्हॅल्यूज मिळाली ना आपल्याला जवळपास, की लेटेस्ट से 0.53 वगैरे अशी व्हॅल्यू मिळेल, बरोबर. सो मग 0.53 च्या करस्पॉन्डिंग जी एक्स ची व्हॅल्यू असेल त्या व्हॅल्यूला आपण मीडियन कन्सिडर करणार. कळतंय का? सो अशा प्रकारे आपण एक्स आणि एफ ऑफ एक्स असा चार्ट आपण ह्या इक्वेशनचा यूज करून असा चार्ट बनवू शकतो आणि मग त्या चार्ट वरून आपण मीडियन वगैरे जी क्वांटाईल आपल्याला फाइंड करायची ती फाइंड करू शकतो आपण. येस, ओके. फाइंड क्वांटाईल फंक्शन कळालंय प्रत्येकाला? येस, लेट अस नॉट मोर स्टिक टू दॅट, वी विल मूव ऑन टू नेक्स्ट पार्ट. ओके. Empirical distribution, it is just a concept, theoretical concept. There are no problems based on that. Okay, it is just a theoretical concept. So now what is empirical distribution? Okay, so if x1 x2 xn, if this is what? This is a random sample. Okay, from some distribution function f of x, it is a random sample. Okay, now what happens if I arrange this random sample into increasing order? So now what this have become? What is this called? Hello?
Order stats.
Yes. So ordered sample. It is a ordered sample. Now Snell, if I say probability of x takes value xi, so how much it would be? Hello? See, Snehal, लेटेस्ट से तुझ्या सॅम्पल मध्ये 1 2 3 लेटेस्ट से की तुझ्याकडे कलेक्शन ऑफ बॉल्स आहेत, B1 B2 सो ऑन अप टू B10. 10 बॉल्स आहेत तुझ्याकडे आणि मला एक सांग की मी आणि हे 10 बॉल्स तू एका पिशवीमध्ये ठेवलेत. ओके, अँड आय एम ब्लाइंड फोल्ड. ओके, अँड I am bringing out one ball out from that bucket. Okay, from that bucket. So what would be the probability of selecting one ball?
1/10.
Exactly. Now here is random sample of size n. Okay, here is random sample of size n. So what would be the probability of x taking value xi?
1/n.
Exactly, 1/n. Now for this, so x taking value xi, where I goes from what 1 to up to n. Now I am defining fnx. Fnx. So fnx is what? So fnx is probability of x taking value less than equal to xi. Okay. So if my random variable x, sorry, whatever this fnx, sorry, random variable x takes value less than equal to x. So if my x is less than x1, okay, if my random variable x is less than x1, so how many observations are selected, Snehal?
0.
Hello
0.
आता बघ मी सॅम्पल ही रिअल लाईन वर ह्या ऑब्झर्वेशनला नीट ऑब्झर्व कर. ओके, ही रिअल लाईन आहे. येस, so these observations are on now real line. Okay, now so here it is x1, here it is x2, here it is x3, so on up to xn. Okay, now if my x is, what is fnx? So it is nothing but probability that x has value less than equal to x. Okay, now my x is here. Okay, so then what would be the probability? That would be 0. Okay, at x1 the probability is 1 by n, at x2 probability is 1 by n. Okay, now if my x is between x1 to x2 and it takes only x1 value, not, it would not take x2. So if it is from x1, sorry, x is between x1 to x2. Okay, x is between x1 to x2, so x is somewhere here. Now ha x ithe, so what is probability?
1 by n.
1 by n. Getting it? So see, x less than x आहे हा, म्हणजे मायनस इन्फिनिटी टू एक्स पर्यंतची कंडिशन आपल्याला चेक करावी लागेल. Yes, Snehal, understood?
Yes.
Hello? Yes. Now for x1, from x2 to x3, if x is here, okay, so I have to my x is over here and I have to consider a probability that capital X is less than x. So that means from minus infinity to here x. Okay, so how much it is? So it is c 1 by n. See, these all these points has probability 0. Only these 2 points have some positive probability, that is 1 by n plus 1 by n. So it is nothing but 2 by n. Getting it? How to draw the further conclusions? Hello?
Yes.
Yes. So now for ith observation, what is probability? I by n. And for last observation it is 1 for x greater than equal to xn. Understood? Hello? Yes? Getting
Yes.
it? Yes. Now if you can see, this is my distribution function. Okay? Okay, now let me plot this distribution function. ओके, इथे साइडला प्लॉट करू का? ओके, सो लेट अस से हा पॉइंट आहे 1 by n, this is 2 by n, let us say this is 3 by n, so on up to here it is I by n, and here it is probability 1. Okay, and let us say here it is x1, here it is x2, here it is x3, and so on up to xi and so on up to xn. क्या सबको समझा? अभी देखो. Okay, so for x less than x1, so here what is the value of distribution function? 0. Yes, understood. Now from x1 to x2, what is value of distribution function? 1 by n. Yes, so that value 1 by n starts from x1 and comes up to x2. It does not include x2. Understood? Now this 2 by n starts from what? x2 to x3. x2 to x3. Then again from x3 to x4 would be there. Okay, for ith observation it is I by n, and for nth observation onwards it is 1. Understood, Snehal? Hello?
Yes.
So if I join these points, so it is what? It is flooring function. Am I correct? Sorry, it is just a step function.
Yes, step function.
Step function. Okay. Now, now if you can see, now I should define this function somehow. Fnx. Okay. So how I am defining? Okay. So I am defining this function as I goes from 1 to up to n. Okay. Indicator function of x minus xi. Okay, upon n. Okay, so see, so do you know what is indicator function? So indicator function means I is less than y. Sorry, y takes value, two values. One when y is greater, y is positive, and 0 when y is negative. Okay. So then how this function is representing my indicator, how fnx can be represented by my indicator function. Okay, so खरंच हा फंक्शन ह्या फंक्शनला डिफाइन करू शकतो का? तर लेट अस चेक. ओके, आपण प्रत्येक व्हॅल्यू चेक करूया. सो लेट अस सी if my x is less than what? x1. Okay, for that value fnx. Okay, so if my x is less than x1, okay, so then see, in denominator there is I. Okay, x minus x1 plus I x minus x2 plus so on up to I x minus xn. हेच आहे ना न्यूमरेटरला, स्नेहल? हॅलो?
Yes.
Yes. Now tell me, Snehal, tell me if x is less than x1, okay, then what would be x minus x1?
Negative.
Hello? Yes. Is it negative?
0.
Less than 0. Yes. So x minus x1 is less than 0. That means it is negative. Okay. So if it is negative, then what would be the value of indicator function?
0.
0. Then if x is less than x1, it is also less than x2. So x minus x2 is again negative. So all these values would be negative 1 by n. So see what value of fnx you got. Yes, for x less than x1. So for x less than x1 you got 0. Is it 0? Yes, it is 0.
Yes.
Understood? Now again, if my x is between x1 to x2, see, let us see, हे असंच राहू दे. So if my, what happens, Snehal, now? So if my x is less than x, between x1 to x2, okay, So then this I minus x1 will be positive. Am I correct?
Yes.
Yes. So it will take value 1. Then this x minus x2. So since x is less than x2, so then x minus x2 will be negative. So all these values will take 0. Divided by n. So it is 1 by n. Am I correct, Snehal, now? Hello?
Yes.
Yes. Now again, if you can see, if my x is between x2 to x3, okay, so then this will be positive, take value 1, this will take value 1, and the remaining will be 0. So 2 by n. Understood? So is this value, is this function representing my distribution function? Hello?
Yes.
Yes.
Understood, Mevash? Hello? Mital? Prashant?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, fine. So now, what we can say, let us say f of x hat. F of x hat, let us say what? F n x. Okay. So then if we take expectation of f hat x, so what we will get? So expectation of f n x. Okay. So then what we will get, Snehal? Expectation of, let us say, I x minus xi, okay, divided by n. Divided by n. I goes from 1 to up to n. Snehal, so indicator function indicator functionचा expectation काय असतो? Okay, so let us see expectation of I y. So what is that? So it is nothing but 1 into probability of y minus y greater than 0 plus 0 into probability of y less than 0. Am I correct? So which is nothing but probability of y greater than 0. Understood? So expectation of Iy is nothing but probability of y greater than 0. Okay. So now from here, what you will get 1 by n outside, I goes from 1 to up to n, will be outside. It will be expectation of I x minus xi. Yes. So what would be that? Expectation of I x minus xi. 1 by n. I goes from 1 to up to n. It would be probability of x minus xi. Hello. Greater than 0.
Yes.
I should say greater than or equal to 0. So what would be that? 1 by n. I goes from 1 to up to n. Probability of x greater than equal to xi. Am I correct? Now, Snehal, how is our sample? Is it a random sample? Hello?
Yes.
So now if I say it is a random sample, okay? So all the xi's are independent. So if I am taking sum of the probability x greater than xi, so will it not be n times probability of x greater than xi? Hello?
Yes.
Yes. So n will get cancelled. So it is nothing but probability of xi less than equal to x. Okay. So that is nothing but f of x. Yes. So if you take expectation of this fnx, so what you get? F of x. So then this fnx is what? Empirical distribution function. Okay. Empirical distribution function. And what is this fnx? So it is nothing but unbiased estimator of our distribution function. Hello, did you get that?
Yes.
Just a theoretical concept of empirical distribution, nothing else. Okay, ही एक जस्ट theoretical concept आहे. म्हणजे जर ह्याच्यावर क्वेश्चन आला तर एक्सप्लेन एम्पिरिकल डिस्ट्रीब्युशन वगैरे असंच काहीतरी आहे. ओके, सो शॅल वी मूव टू द नेक्स्ट थिंग, फंक्शन्स ऑफ रॅन्डम व्हेरिएबल.
येस.
स्टार्ट करायचंय का नक्की? आर यू इन दॅट स्टेट टू अंडरस्टँड ऑल दॅट थिंग्स?
तू ओव्हरव्ह्यू देऊ शकतोस?
येस. ओके फाईन. जास्त जास्त काही डीप कन्सेप्ट नाहीये. ओके, फंक्शन्स ऑफ रॅन्डम व्हेरिएबल आणि ओव्हरव्ह्यू नाही. म्हणजे माझं तर प्लॅन होता की डिटेल मध्येच बघूया, कारण जस्ट 11 वाजलेत. आपण
हा हा
इन जनरल 11:30-12 पर्यंत जातो. बरोबर. फंक्शन्स ऑफ रॅन्डम व्हेरिएबल स्टार्ट करू का?
हो.
Yes. So see, what are the functions of random variable?
बिफोर
Okay.
स्टार्टिंग होमवर्क दिला होता का काही कोणी? दिला मॅडम किंवा
नाही, मला तर आठवत नाही.
होमवर्क लीला मॅमचा
नव्हतं ना? काय
नव्हतं.
चालेल.
Okay, fine. So so what I am telling you is, see, sometimes you might have gone through some concepts that if x follows some distribution, Poisson distribution, then find the distribution of y square, y is equal to x square, or find distribution y is equal to mod x. Have you gone through such cases? Hello?
Yes.
Yes. Have you gone through such problems? Yes, we have gone through such problems. Okay, so so that are nothing but the functions of random variable. To solve such problems, if the distribution was continuous, then we used to go by Jacobian transformation. Yes. Yes, but
Yes.
but what to do when the function is not continuous, it is discrete. So in such case, what to do, that we are going to see in the today's part. Okay, so in general आपल्याकडे जो काही डिस्ट्रीब्युशन फंक्शन असेल, ओके, मग तो डिस्क्रीट असो, कंटिन्युअस असो, कोणताही असो, त्याला कसा अप्रोच करायचा, किंवा हाऊ टू यूज दॅट अँड टू ट्रान्सफॉर्म द रॅन्डम व्हेरिएबल. ओके, हाऊ टू फाइंड द डिस्ट्रीब्युशन फंक्शन ऑफ रॅन्डम व्हेरिएबल, that is we are going to see. So functions of random variable. So first of all, let us see what is random variable. So random variable x is called as random variable. Okay, x is a function from omega to r. Okay, is called random variable if and only if the inverse image of every Borel set belongs to what? Belongs to script A. Script A is what? Sigma field. Understood? So this was the definition of a random variable. Now if I am considering that g of x, okay, so g of x is Borel measurable function. if g of x is a Borel measurable function, okay, then g of x is also random variable. Understood? Hello? What I am telling you की जर x हा रॅन्डम व्हेरिएबल असेल आणि g ऑफ x हा बोरल मेजरेबल फंक्शन असेल, म्हणजे काय, तर आपण लेट अस से y इज इक्वल टू g ऑफ x. Okay, y is equal to g of x, then x would be what? So x would be g inverse of y. Am I correct, Snehal? Hello?
Yes.
Yes. So आपण इनवर्स इमेज कोणाची बघायचो? बोरल सेटची. Yes. So similarly, if we are able to find the g inverse from minus infinity to x close, if I am able to find this, okay, so if this set is also Borel set, okay, then what I can say, that g is a Borel measurable function. G is a Borel measurable function. And then if g is a Borel measurable function for such random variable x, then I can find what? Then I can say that gx is also a random variable. So for example, if I want to give you the example, okay, so if x is a random variable, okay, and mod of x is a Borel measurable function, then I can say that y is equal to mod of x is also random variable. Again, if y is equal to x square is also random variable. Understood what is the functions of random variable? Hello?
Yes.
Okay. Now let us see one theorem based on this. So statement of theorem goes like this. If x is a random variable and gx is what? So y is equal to gx is function of x. Okay. Before that, let us define me. Okay. So x is a random variable and f is distribution function of x. Okay. And g of x is which function? So it is Borel measurable function. Okay. Otherwise, we cannot say it as a random variable. So y is equal to g of x is a Borel measurable function. Then what I can say? Then y is also random variable and it can be its distribution function, let us say h of y, can be determined in terms of what? In terms of f of y. Did you understood? Hello? In terms
Yes.
of f of y. So let us see the proof of this. Okay. Before starting the proof, let me tell you one. Okay. Before starting the proof, let me tell you one note. Hello. Yes. Hello. So if my f is an increasing function, if f is increasing function, okay, f is an increasing function, then f inverse of let us say, okay, so हा increasing function आहे ना. So this is x, this is y. Okay. So what is and this is, let us say, f1, and this is f2. So f inverse of f2 is less than okay. So what I want to tell you, see, so f is an increasing function, then see, whatever this value is f1, it is the value of function at x, and f2 is a value of function at y. So then what I can say, that f inverse of f1 is less than f inverse of f2. Am I correct? That is nothing but x is less than y, na? So f of x is less than f of y. That implies f inverse of f1, x is less than y. Okay. So in general, मला काय म्हणायचंय की f of x, if f is an increasing function, then f inverse of f of x is same as f inverse of f of y. Sorry, is x less than y implies that f inverse of f of x is less than f inverse of f of y. Okay, and if f is decreasing function, then x less than y implies that f inverse of f of x less than f inverse of f of y. Okay.
Greater than ना.
हा, म्हणजे इन शॉर्ट डिक्रीजिंग फंक्शन असेल तर वॉट एव्हर दिस इनइक्वॅलिटी, दॅट साइन चेंजेस इफ वी टेक द इनवर्स इमेज. ओके, दॅट आय वॉन्ट टू टेल यू. सी, दिस इज माय डिक्रीजिंग फंक्शन. हॅलो, yes. So this is x, this is y. Now if you can see, this is what, let us say this is f2 and this is f1. Okay, so if you can see, f1 is what, less than f2. Am I correct? Sorry, f1 is f1 is greater than f1. f1 is greater than f2. Am I correct? Now if I take f inverse of f1, so what is that? Inverse image of f1 is what? Sorry, inverse image of f1 is x. Am I correct? And
Yes.
inverse image of f2 is what? Y. Okay, so if you can see the relationship between x and y, so x is less than y, so that means inverse image of f1 is less than inverse image of f2. Yes, so see, so if f is a decreasing function, then f1 greater than f2 implies that inverse image of f1 is less than inverse image of f2. Okay, आणि इथे बघ, f1 less than f2 implies that inverse image of f1 is less than inverse image of f2. This thing we have to see. Understood? Hello? f1 less than f2 implies inverse image of f1 is greater than inverse image of f2. Okay, this is the thing. So let us see the proof. Okay, so what we have to prove, Snehal? Hello, आपल्याला काय प्रूव्ह करायचंय की y is a g of x. Y is what? Y is g of
Function
x is any Borel measurable function. g of x is any Borel measurable function, so we have to prove that it can be expressed, its distribution function can be represented as in terms of distribution function f, capital F. Okay, so we have to prove that. So let us say h of y. H of y is what? Is distribution function of y. So then what is h of y? So h of y is nothing but probability of random variable y less than equal to y. Am I correct, Snell?
Yes.
Now, if you can see, what is this? So y is what? G of x is less than equal to y. Am I correct? So my
Yes.
h of y is what? So g of x is less than equal to y. Now, Snehal, let us see for two different cases. Let us see my g of x is what? Increasing function. So if my g of x is increasing function, then what will happen with this h of y? So h of y is what? Probability of g of x less than equal to y. So which is nothing but probability of, if I take g inverse, see, what is this? G of x is increasing function. Then this inequality will remain as it is. Am I correct, Snehal? Hello?
Yes.
If you can see, f less than f2, if f is increasing, then if I take inverse image, then also this inequality sign remain as it is. Yes. So this is what? Probability of g inverse of g of x. What is that? So it is nothing but x.
X.
Am I correct? Is less than g inverse of y. So then what is this? Is it not capital F of g inverse y? Hello?
Yes.
Because reason मध्ये काय लिहिणार की f of x is probability of x less than equal to x. So instead of x, what we have? G inverse y. Okay. Now, Snehal, if I say g of x is decreasing, am I correct? G of x is decreasing. So then what will happen with h of y? So h of y will be p of x is g of x less than equal to y. So that is nothing but 1 minus p of x, p of g of x greater than y. Okay. Now, Snell, what will happen? Probability of, if I take inverse image, will it inequality will become remain same? Hello? Since g is a decreasing function, if you can see f is decreasing, that then f1 less than f2, the inequality, if I take inverse image of this f1 less than f2, then this inequality what? Changes. Understood? So therefore this inequality will change. So what is this probability of?
नोट में f1 इज लेस देन f2 था तो इनइक्वालिटी चेंज हुआ था ना, यहाँ पे ग्रेटर देन का साइन है,
कौन सा?
1 माइनस में कन्वर्ट करने की जरूरत नहीं है ना.
सी, मैंने 1 माइनस में क्यों कन्वर्ट किया? सी नोट्स, उसमें क्या था? f1 लेस देन f2, उसका क्या हुआ? f इनवर्स ऑफ f1 इज ग्रेटर देन f इनवर्स ऑफ f2, ऐसा था नोट में.
हाँ.
तो अगर ग्रेटर देन हुआ f1 ग्रेटर देन f2, सो देन उसका इनइक्वालिटी क्या हो जाएगा? f इनवर्स ऑफ f2. ये साइन चेंज हो जाएगा खाली.
वो समझा मुझे.
हाँ,
मैं वो पूछ रही थी ना कि मतलब 1 माइनस में क्यों कन्वर्ट किया, डायरेक्टली
हाँ
भी तो लिख सकते हैं ना।
हाँ डायरेक्टली भी लिख सकता था मैं, नो प्रॉब्लम, डायरेक्टली भी मैं लिख सकता था, पर हमें किस चीज में चाहिए, what is our theorem, what we have to prove, that h of y can be determined in terms of f of y or f of capital F of something. Okay, so अगर मेरे पास probability of y greater than y है, बराबर, ओके, तो मुझे कुछ नहीं मिलेगा, मुझे लेस देन में चाहिए,
ओके ओके, समझा
समझे,
समझा।
समझा, तो फिर मुझे पता है कि जी डिक्रीजिंग है, बराबर, तो उससे इनइक्वालिटी चेंज हो जाएगी और मुझे लेस देन वाली इनइक्वालिटी चाहिए, बराबर, तो फिर पहले मुझे उसे ग्रेटर देन में कन्वर्ट करके रखना पड़ेगा ना।
यस।
अगर मैं वैसे एफ ऑफ जी इनवर्स वाई नहीं मिलता, सो दिस विल बिकम 1 माइनस कैपिटल एफ ऑफ जी इनवर्स वाई। अंडरस्टूड? हेलो एवरीवन?
यस।
So in the both ways, whether it is an increasing function or decreasing function, we can represent this h of y as a function of distribution function, our original random variable. Understood? Hello?
Yes.
Yes. Smithal, got it? Ninad?
Yes.
Yogesh?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Fine. So let us see some examples based on this, and very much important theorem. Sorry, very much important the general example. Okay. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल एक पर्टिक्युलर एक्झाम्पल घेऊया आणि मग एक जनरल एक्झाम्पल घेऊया. ओके, सो लेट अस से if x is a uniform distribution with 0, 1, okay, then find distribution function of y is equal to e raised to x. Okay, that we have to find. So how to apply? Okay, first of all, what to do? So f of x, x चं डिस्ट्रीब्युशन फंक्शन पहिले लिहून घेऊया. सो इट इज 0 फॉर x लेस दॅन 0. इट इज x फॉर x, am I correct? And it is 1 for x greater than 1. Yes. समजलंय ना युनिफॉर्मचं डिस्ट्रीब्युशन फंक्शन. एफ ऑफ एक्स हाच असतो युनिफॉर्मचा स्मॉल एफ ऑफ एक्स हाच असतो. सो कॅपिटल एफ ऑफ एक्स काय होणार? इंटिग्रल फ्रॉम 0 to x 1 dt. इट इज x. सो x is for what? 0 to 1 साठी. Understood? Yes. Okay, so this is how the distribution function of uniform can be written. Now I have to find what? Distribution function of y. So what is that? Let us say distribution function of y is what? F of y. Am I correct? So which is nothing but probability of capital Y less than equal to small y. It is nothing but what is capital Y? Is it not e raised to capital X? I should say e raised to capital X is equal to small y. So what is that, Snehal? How I can write it as
Log.
x is
X
equal
is
to
equal to ln of y.
ln of y. Now see, so is it not capital F of ln y?
Yes.
Yes. So now so f of y is capital F of ln y. So मग हेच आपण मगाशी पण बघितलं ना स्नेहल, समजतंय? मगाशी त्या फंक्शन मध्ये काय बघितलं, मगाशी त्या थेरम मध्ये काय बघितलं की एच ऑफ वाय, ओके, ह्याला एफ ऑफ वाय म्हणण्याऐवजी मी याला कॅपिटल एच ऑफ वाय म्हणतो. ओके, बिकॉज इट इज सम डिफरंट डिस्ट्रीब्युशन फंक्शन ना, सो ह्याला कॅपिटल एच ऑफ वाय म्हणतो. सो आपण काय बघितलं की एच ऑफ वाय कॅन बी रिप्रेझेंटेड ॲज फंक्शन ऑफ वाय. अंडरस्टूड? हॅलो.
येस.
आणि ह्याला आपण डायरेक्टली एफ ऑफ वाय म्हटलंय. हा स्नेहल, डायरेक्टली एफ ऑफ वाय म्हटलंय का? कारण की ई रेस टू एक्स हा कसा फंक्शन आहे? इन्क्रीजिंग फंक्शन आहे. म्हणून याला आपण प्रोबॅबिलिटी ऑफ एक्स लेस दॅन एल एन वाय ला आपण डायरेक्ट एफ ऑफ वाय म्हटलंय. एफ ऑफ एल एन वाय. जर हा ई रेस टू एक्स हा डिक्रीजिंग फंक्शन असता, कळते काय? इथे ई रेस टू एक्सच्या ऐवजी ई रेस टू मायनस एक्स असता तर तो कसा असता? डिक्रीजिंग फंक्शन. देन फॉर सच फंक्शन मी याला 1 मायनस एफ ऑफ एल एन वाय डिफाईन केला असता. कळतंय? हॅलो. अंडरस्टूड एव्हरीवन स्मितल व्हॉट आय सेड?
Yes.
Yes. Now see, so what is this f of ln y? Now if you can see this f of y, okay, f of y, whatever this f of x takes value 3 values, okay, it takes value 0 whenever ln y will be less than 0, okay. Instead of x it is ln y, na? So that's why I wrote like this. Understood everyone? Hello. Then f of x takes value x, that means f of ln y will take value ln y if ln y is between 0 to 1, and f of y will take value 1, ln y will take value when ln y is greater than 1. Understood everyone? Hello. क्या ये सबको समझा? हेलो.
Yes.
Now h of y, but Snehal, if the distribution is of y, so my range of distribution should also be of y, not ln y. Yes. So for that what I will do? So ln y is less than 0, then can I say y is less
than e raised to 0, that is 1.
That means 1. Yes. So for here I can say that y is less than equal to 1 to e and y is greater than e. Understood? So for e raised to 0, e raised to 1. Understood? So e raised to ln y is nothing but y, na? So I took each and everything raised to e. Understood? And since exponential e raised to x is a increasing function, so this inequality is not affected. Okay. जर decreasing function असता तर inequality change झाली असती. Understood? So therefore this is the distribution of y. Understood? So
Yes.
have we done? Hello, are we done with this? So x is a uniform random variable. Then what was our problem? That find the distribution function of y, which is equal to e raised to x. Understood everyone? Hello.
Yes.
Yes.
Again I will give you one problem, that x is a uniform random variable with 0, 1. Then find the distribution function of y, which is nothing but minus ln x. Okay. So this is for homework. Can you do that?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, fine. Now we are going to see the most important result. Some most important result. Okay. So let us say x is a continuous random variable. X is a continuous random variable. Any continuous random variable. Huh? Smithal, are you understanding what I am telling you? That x is any continuous random variable. Okay?
Yes.
Okay. continuous random variable with distribution function what? Capital F of x. Distribution function capital F of x. Then what is distribution of y is equal to capital F of x. म्हणजे काय? तर डिस्ट्रीब्युशन फंक्शनचाच डिस्ट्रीब्युशन फंक्शन फाइंड करायचं आहे. Okay. Are you getting this? What I want to tell you? What I want to suggest? Hello?
Yes.
Yes. See, very much important thing is x is a random variable. G of x is what? The function of random variable. Am I correct? Now, x is a random variable. Is x square, can I call it as a function of random variable? Hello?
No.
Why?
कारण for function it should be 1 1 on 2.
No, that is not the case, na Ninad. See,
sorry, yes.
g of x काय असलं पाहिजे? It should be Borel measurable function. That's it.
Yes.
Discrete साठी, that is the case for discrete, that we can make transformation if and only for discrete distribution. We can make transformation if and only if it is a 1-1 function. So
Yes.
for continuous any function, any Borel measurable function. So now if you can see, so x is a random variable, so x square is also a random variable. Am I correct? Now sin x is also a random variable. Okay, log x is also a random variable. Are you getting this? So any function of x is a random variable. So distribution function is also a function of x, isn't it?
Yes.
So can I treat it as a random variable? Yes.
Yes.
So here I should say y is equal to capital F of capital X. Understood? F of capital X. So what is the distribution of this? Okay. So x is in general any continuous function with distribution function f of x. So let us see the proof. Okay. So what is given to us? That let us say x is random variable with what? Distribution function capital F of x. Now let us see h of y. H of y is distribution function of what? Of y is equal to capital F of x. Am I correct? Now, Snehal. Okay. So, what is h of y? Is it not probability of capital Y less than equal to small y? Hello? Hello?
Yes.
It is equal to probability of, what is capital Y? Capital F of x is less than equal to small y. Am I correct? Hello?
Yes.
So which is nothing but probability of x less than equal to f inverse of y. Can I write like this?
Yes.
When I can't, every time I can't write like this. See, f of x is less than equal to y असं असेल तर त्याला मी x less than equal to f inverse of y. Every time I can't write like this. Okay, I can write like this if and only if this f is a continuous. Okay, understood, Snehal? Hello?
Yes.
So therefore, the reason behind this step is that f is a continuous distribution. Now, if you can see, probability of x less than equal to f inverse of y. So is it not capital F of f inverse of y? Hello?
Yes.
Okay. So h of y. So what is my h of y? So my h of y is f of f inverse of y. Okay. Now I have to consider the values of this function. Okay. So what is my y, Snehal? Y is what?
Capital
Distribution
F.
function. Capital F of x. So कोणताही distribution function असू दे, whether it is continuous or discrete, what is range of this distribution function? Can it be greater than 1? Capital F of x.
No.
कोणत्याही रॅन्डम व्हेरिएबलचा डिस्ट्रीब्युशन फंक्शन असू दे, कॅन इट बी ग्रेटर दॅन 1?
No.
लेट अस से एक्झाम्पल, एक्सपोनेन्शियलचा डिस्ट्रीब्युशन फंक्शन, सॉरी एक्सपोनेन्शियलचा डिस्ट्रीब्युशन फंक्शन. व्हॉट इज दॅट? एफ ऑफ एक्स इज इक्वल टू 0, 1 minus e raised to minus x. Okay, for x greater than equal to 0. So at x is equal to infinity, what is the maximum value of x is how much? Infinity. So at x is equal to infinity, how much is the distribution function? 1 minus e raised to minus infinity, it is 1. Understood? So distribution function takes maximum value how much? 1. And minimum value, can it be less than 0? Snehal, can it be less than 0?
No.
No, it can't be less than 0. So then what is the range of y? So y is between 0 to 1. Y is between 0 to 1. Are you getting this? Hello?
Yes.
Yes. So now if you can see, if I consider y less than 0, so then f of f inverse of y. Okay, but for y less than 0, if y is less than 0, okay, so y, it takes value 0. Yes. Y cannot be less than 0. Yes. For that it takes value 0. Understood? Hello. Sorry, what I want to say, that for y less than 0, whatever the value of this function will be 0. Am I correct? Because distribution function cannot take value less than 0. Understood?
Yes.
Now for y between 0 to 1, so what would be the value of this? So this would be f into f inverse. Since f is a continuous function, f into f inverse and f inverse into f both cancel out because it is a continuous function. Yes. So that means what will remain?
Y.
Y. Okay. And if y is greater than 1, then what would be the value? See, if y is greater than 1, okay, so y is greater than 1, then value of distribution function is, maximum value of distribution function is 1, na? So for y greater than 1, the value of h of y is 1. Understood? Hello?
Yes.
Yes. So now, can you see this distribution? Can you guess this distribution? Which is the distribution?
Uniform with 0, 1.
Exactly. So what I said, X is any continuous distribution. Then Y is equal to capital F of X is uniform 0, 1. So now you can verify. Okay, let us say homework. Let us say my X is what? So X follows exponential with parameter theta. Okay, with mean theta, no, parameter theta I should say. Okay, so that means theta into e raised to minus theta is. So check then what is distribution what is distribution of Y is equal to F of X. Okay, this is your homework. Can you do that? Hello?
Yes.
Yes, you can do that. Okay, try this. Yes, we will stop over here only. Okay, we have to see some other properties of random variable also. So this was what distribution function approach. Now we have to see the Jacobian transformation also. So in tomorrow's lecture we will see some more examples or some more functions using this distribution function approach, and then we will also see the density function approach, in which density function approach we will use Jacobian transformation. Okay, so क्या सबको समझा ये वाला पार्ट?
Yes.
So we will stop over here. सी मैं ज्यादा से ज्यादा एग्जाम्पल करवा रहा हूँ, क्योंकि हम थेरोटिकल पार्ट है वो नोट्स से हम कैसे भी कर सकते हैं. अगर इमरजेंसी है तो वो नोट्स से हम कॉपी कर सकते हैं, बराबर, मतलब एग्जाम के टाइम पे. बट एग्जाम्पल्स वो ऑन द स्पॉट ही सॉल्व करना पड़ता है, इसलिए हम ज्यादा एग्जाम्पल करेंगे. ये वाला भी होमवर्क